Let's talk about the true nature of the human being. I can turn off my monitor here so I'm not seeing myself out of the side of my camera here. But what is the true nature of the human being? And so I don't know how many people actually ask themselves that, and if they do, they're obviously on a path to find something more than they believe right now. The inherent answer to the true nature of the human being goes hand in hand with the inherent answer to the true nature of God. The true nature of God is that everything, every single thing, everything that exists, has ever existed, could be conceived of, and has not existed or does not exist, every potential, whether manifest or not, comes from God. How could there be an absolute being, an absolute God, without every single thing coming from it? If you come from a dogmatic fundamentalist religion, even if you don't, even if you come from just one of the more popular religions in our world and have been raised from it, you perhaps did not make your own choice. You were more or less indoctrinated into it as a child, or you went to it out of fear. You never stopped to really ask yourself, what is it that I want? What am I looking for? Do I need God? Do I need religion? Do I need this? And if you step back, if you become your own human being, if you shut off the voices in your head from your past, from your parents, from those in your childhood, from the television, from the radio, from the books that you've read or the books that you've been told to read, don't throw them out. They're all valuable and they're all part of you. But what you need to start doing right now is to ask yourself, who am I? What is true? What is true for me? And if you're in this position and if you're asking yourself this question, the possibility that you're going to say what is true is based on science or what is true is based on what somebody else says is not going to feel right. If you've decided that your definition of truth is going to come from somebody else, it's going to come from a book, it's going to come from some sort of dogmatic person who is preaching their philosophy to you, from a government, from a pulpit, from a place of authority. If you've decided somebody else is going to give you your truth, then the chances are you're probably not asking this question. But if you are asking the question, and you keep telling yourself, well, so-and-so says it's this, well, I was taught this is this, continue your search, because the reason that you're questioning yourself is there's something inside of you that you have not met yet. You have a spiritual path which was given to you in this lifetime to realize what it is you truly are. To take a step closer to the ultimate being of truth that you are. And who is that? You are God. Well, how do you say, I'm God? How can I be God? I go to work in the morning, I have kids, I feel pain. I can't wave my hand and make the rain stop. You are a piece of God. Remember at the beginning of the talk here, where I said, how could there be an omnipotent being without every single thing being of him? Have you ever wondered in the Christian faith, when people talk of God, they also talk of Satan, as if there is this potential for Satan to win some sort of battle of good and evil. That builds a conflict, it builds friction, and it keeps the world going around in a system known as a dualistic world. If you step back and look at that conflict, if you can remove yourself from your daily life for just a few minutes a day to see the big picture, you'll begin to see that what's going on is a vast and glorious play. Life is analogous to a screenplay. We are all beings who come back many times, and we come back to play a new role, to have a new experience. And every time we experience something new, that becomes part of our soul knowledge. Analogous to you going through your life and having new experiences. As you age, you build knowledge. As you age as a soul, you also build knowledge, and you are going to experience in your soul life the complete spectrum of the potential of human feeling and behavior. And the more you feel, the wiser you are, and the closer you come to ascending into a new dimension out of the human experience. But you can only do this by being here on this earth experiencing these things. Well, let's go back to the piece about you being part of God. Let's assume that there is one being in the beginning. All there is one being, omnipotent, perfect, whatever perfect is. How would you ever experience anything if you were the only thing there was? And what would you know? You know everything. You experience everything. There's nothing you would not know but perfection. And so if you wanted to experience more, what would you do? Well, the first thing you would do is find another. Find a mirror. So, split yourself in two. Now you've got some company. Now you can get an opinion, a differing view. Now you can begin to build scenarios and have experiences. Well, you're good, I'm good, we're both God. That's pretty damn boring, isn't it? Hey, let's play a game. You be a cowboy, I'll be an Indian. Whatever you want to call it. But there's a reason for dark and there's a reason for light. And cumulatively, each and every one of us are building the experience for God, of God, we are God.